On Tuesday, Nuggets big Nikola Jokic became the sixth international player to win. Oh, we're not going to go there yet. We're going to talk about the Nets here. So according to ESPN's Basketball Power Index, the Nets' title chances shrink to just 9% without a healthy James Harden. Brooklyn's Big Three has a net rating of 22 this postseason, but that cuts into nearly half when Harden leaves the court. So Perk, Nets' Big Three versus his 2017-2018 Warriors. Who you got?
I got the Warriors. I mean, look, this is every coach's dream to watch the way that Golden State Warriors team play basketball, the way that they move without the basketball, the way that they didn't just have to dribble the clock out to get a shot off, the way that they did pick-to-pick actions. Look, Klay Thompson, right, had 60 points in 29 minutes on 11 dribbles. All right, that's unheard of. That means that it is beautiful basketball, player movement, ball movement. Steph Curry pulling up. He could play off the ball along with Kevin Durant. Let's not forget how beautiful it was to watch that Golden State Warriors team play the game of basketball, because now we're watching some guys that like to go isolation and give you all the fancy crossover moves and everything else. These guys were playing phenomenal basketball that every middle school, high school, AAU team will want to show their players on how to play the correct way.
The answer is the Nets, and let me break it down like this. First of all, the James Harden Rockets came within a few possessions of beating that Warriors team with just James Harden on the worst shooting night in the history of basketball. That was a single-digit loss to those Warriors. You know why? Because the Rockets had James Harden playing D'Antoni's system, and that's what these Nets have when Harden's healthy. Now, KD is KD, right? So then if you want to say Harden and Steph cancel, give or take, whether you like Steph or Harden, they're both perennial MVP candidates. Then it comes down to Kyrie and Klay. Klay's a better two-way player. Klay's a great defender and one of the greatest shooters ever. Kyrie's a 50-40-90 guy this year, and generally shoots about 40% from three and takes a lot of them. And the bottom line is the reason Klay doesn't dribble, it's great that he doesn't, the ball moves and everything, but that's because ideally you'd want Klay as the opponent putting the ball on the floor and making decisions with it. Not that he can't, just not why he's there. Kyrie got handles and skills, no knock against Klay, that Klay doesn't have offensively. So it comes down to Kyrie or Klay. I'm taking Kyrie. KD cancels with KD, and if you make me choose between Harden and Steph, I'm taking Harden. It's the Nets.
You're taking who?
James.
Did you just say
Harden.
you're taking Harden over?
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking James Harden over Steph Curry when I could have sworn just last year you, Max Kellerman, was on here with me and Big Marcus Spears and Swagoo, and we brought up this topic. Who would you take, Steph Curry or James Harden? And me and Swagoo was on here begging, we were pleading, we were arguing, we were debating with you that we were taking James Harden. And now you come back today and you say, I'm taking James Harden.
Know why, Kendrick Perkins? Know why? Because this season on this Nets team, I saw Harden take his game to yet another level. When he didn't have to be the guy scoring 50 points a night. No, I saw Steph play like that in the past, including 0 points in the last 3:30 of overtime with the season on the line. I've seen Steph do that before too. But what I saw from James Harden is when he could just conduct the offense as a real point guard and not worry about scoring every point in the world. They were unbeatable. Unbeatable.
Max, you know what's crazy is that every time you switch up, you move the goalposts to fit your narrative. Because for a long time, you were sitting up here arguing with me, whether it was arguing about Steph and James Harden or James Harden and Luka. You were saying that you was taking Luka over Harden because you kept saying that Harden, when it mattered the most, he came up short.
Guilty.
And I had to pull up film.
Guilty. No, guilty.
So
he has.
I just
Harden
don't get
has choked when it matters the most.
I just don't get it.
So has Steph.
Okay, so what? Okay, so Max, Harden hasn't even given us an opportunity to see him on a big stage yet.
That's fair.
Because he haven't even made it there.
That's fair. By the way, just like when I took Kawhi and took Giannis, and I was wrong both times, part of this is predictive. I'm basing this on a trend and what I expect from Harden. He could prove me wrong still. That's right. Part of it is I'm trying. It's calculus. You're trying to trace the trajectory and the rate of it, and what's changing before our very eyes. That's what I see from Harden. But Steph, when last seen, season on the line, win or go home, 0 points in the last 3:30 of overtime. I've seen that before from him too.
I mean, did you watch Steph Curry this season? I mean, did you happen to turn on your television and watch the Golden State Warriors and watch the show, the clinic that Steph Curry put on, the way he was tearing the league up? The man went for 60.
Yeah.
Who was the best player in the league when they were healthy this year? Who was the best player in the league when they were healthy this year? Who? Just I'm curious.
It was Jokic.
Was better than Harden at Harden's best this year?
It was Jokic.
Right.
Was better than Harden at Harden's best
you.
game for
He
game
said
this
Jokic.
year?
All right, he answered you. Let's keep going. Because we had a beef earlier. I couldn't ask the questions I wanted to. Folks weren't here. But now I got Perk in the flesh. Migos' new album, Culture 3, drops Friday. Quavo took to Twitter to promote the release. Perk then responded, "Thank God you're back with the Migos because this Photoshop uppercut is as close as you'll ever get to a hit as a solo artist. Carry on." Perk, what's good?
What's up, Molly? Hey, look, Molly.
What's
look,
happening? Break it all down for me. I need all the dirt. Spill all the tea. What's happening here?
Well, it's no tea to spill, okay? He started with me. That's the beef, okay? Quavo called himself putting me in one of his songs 2 years ago when he tried to go single and he figured out that didn't work. He put me in one of his songs and he dropped the bar talking about getting no playing time, Kendrick Perkins, right? So I got to listen to my kids run around the house and he and ha about it, okay? So I waited. I waited. I didn't respond. I didn't say a word, but I waited for the perfect time. And when he came out before the Floyd Mayweather fight against Logan Paul, and he came out there and he was dropping those weak bars, I couldn't wait. And I shot something out there on Twitter. And then he came with this, I don't know what it was, with the uppercut pitching, and then I retaliated back.